Matthew Adam Garber was born March 25, 1956. He grew up in a theatrical family and, after an audition in 1963, as Michael Banks, a role still beloved decades later. In 1977, while traveling in India, the disease spread to his pancreas and was later honored as a Disney legend. In Stepney, London, England, caught the eye of Disney. Garber's breakthrough came in Mary Poppins, 1964. After only 3 films, Matthew left acting to focus on school and normal life. He became seriously ill with hepatitis. He died on September 17, 1977, at just 21 years old. Jack Wilde was born on September 30, 1952 in Royton, Lancashire, England. He rose to fame as a teenager when he was cast as the Artful Dodger in the classic 1968 musical Oliver, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination at just 16 years old.
After Oliver!
Wilde starred in the quirky children's TV series H.R. Pufnstuf and appeared in films like Melody and later Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But fame came with challenges. Wilde struggled with alcoholism and heavy smoking, problems that affected his career and health for years. In 2000, he was diagnosed with mouth cancer, which led to surgery that removed part of his tongue and voice box and left him unable to speak. Despite this, he continued to perform and even worked to raise awareness about cancer. Before his death, Jack Wilde passed away on March 1, 2006 at the age of 53, leaving behind a legacy as one of Britain's most memorable child stars. Ashvin Luxman was a British actor born on June 30, 1984 in Enfield, North London. He grew up with a passion for performance, attending Bowden's Theatre School, and later pursuing acting full-time. His big break came in 1999, when he was cast as Asif Malik in the long-running BBC soap EastEnders. Over 4 years and 146 episodes, Asif became known as the cheeky school friend of Martin Fowler, getting into scrapes and memorable storylines, before leaving the show in 2003. Outside EastEnders, Ashvin also appeared in other TV projects like Grange Hill and Hope and Glory, and even worked on promotional videos for British Airways early in his career. Tragically, Ashvin died unexpectedly at just 38 years old on July 23, 2022, after suffering an aneurysm, a sudden and often fatal bulge in a blood vessel. His family remembered him as a loving son, brother and friend with a huge heart, amazing karaoke voice, and a knack for bringing laughter to those around him. In honor of his life, they encouraged donations to charities like the NSPCC and Andy's Man Club, and asked mourners to wear color instead of black at his funeral to celebrate his vibrant spirit. Ashvin Luxman's legacy lives on through his work and the joyful memories shared by fans and loved ones. Gemma Rose Veronica McCluskey was born on 5 February 1983 in London, England. She began acting as a teenager and appeared in the BBC children's series No Sweat before landing her most memorable role as Carrie Skinner on the hit soap EastEnders from 2000 to 2001. After her early TV success, Gemma continued to act and work in the industry, but her life took a tragic turn years later. On 1 March 2012, Gemma disappeared from her home in Hackney, East London at age 29. Friends and family grew concerned and searches began. A few days later, on 6 March, a headless torso in a suitcase was found in Regent's Canal. It was later confirmed to be Gemma's. Her head and limbs were recovered in the following months. Her brother, Tony McCluskey, was charged and later found guilty of her murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 20 years. Gemma's death shocked fans and the TV community, reminding everyone how fragile life can be. David Timothy Scarborough was born on 3 February 1968 in Sidcup, London, England. He began acting as a teenager and made his TV debut in 1984 before landing the role that defined him. Mark Fowler in the brand new BBC soap EastEnders when it launched in 1985. Scarborough's Mark was one of the original characters on EastEnders, but the sudden fame and pressures of the role took a toll. He left the show in April 1985, before returning for brief stints through 1986 and 1987. Away from the screen, David struggled with intense media attention and personal stress, including inaccurate tabloid stories about his life that deeply affected him. Tragically, on 27 April 1988, at just 20 years old, His body was found at the bottom of Beachy Head in East Sussex. The coroner recorded an open verdict on his death. His brother Simon later presented a BBC documentary titled My Brother David about his life and the pressures he faced, highlighting the dangers of relentless media scrutiny. Though gone too soon, David Scarborough is remembered for his talent and early impact on British television history. Terence Anthony, London, England. BBC children's drama Grange Hill. Supat acted in the series through 1982, Big Deal, Cardiac Arrest, and Desmond's. And in later years, his creativity continued off-screen. And on 2nd May 2015, London at just 50 years old, reports suggested he may have passed away sometime before being discovered. Terry Supat is remembered fondly. For his iconic role in Lasting, Supat was born on 19th of September 1964 in Islington. He became a household name as Benny Green in the long-running, first appearing in 1978 as the very first pupil on screen, and later appeared in TV dramas like The Firm. Beyond acting, he was a talented artist who created graffiti and stencil work. Tragically, Supat's life later became more private. He was found dead in his home in Walthamstow. Police said his death was not being treated as suspicious, and an inquest recorded the cause of death as unascertainable. By fans and co-stars, impact on British television history. Laura Ruth Sadler was born on 25th of December 1980 in Ascot. She began performing as a child, including Grange Hill as Judy Jeffries, quickly becoming a familiar face on the BBC medical drama. When Laura fell 40 feet, 12 met actor George Khalil, where she never regained consciousness. Laura Sadler died on 19th of June 2003 at just 22 years old. Despite her short life, Sadler left a mark on British episodes filmed before her death, Berkshire, England, attending stage school and later landing parts on TV. In 2000, she joined the cast of Holby City as nurse Sandy Harper. Tragedy struck in the early hours of 23 June 2003, from the balcony of a London flat in Holland Park, where she was with her boyfriend. She suffered severe head injuries and was rushed to Charing Cross Hospital. Her family made the heartbreaking decision to remove life support. Her death was ruled an accident by police after investigation. TV, and even appeared posthumously in Holby City. Jamie Lahane was born on 22nd of July 1977 in Paddington, London, England, an aspiring actor with a passion for performance. He started acting at a young age and became known for playing Jack O'Morgan on The Beloved, British kids drama Grange Hill, where he appeared as a student through much of the 1990s. Jacko's storylines included everyday school life and friendships, making Jamie a familiar face to Grange Hill fans during its run and helping shape his early career. After Grange Hill, he continued acting, with roles in shows like The Bill, Thief Takers, and Keen Eddie, and later worked in hospitality, including as a bar manager. Tragically, Jamie Lahane died on 19th of December 2018, in London at just 41 years old, cutting short the life of a talented actor remembered by fans and friends. His passing was met with heartfelt tributes, with many remembering his warm personality, sense of humor, and the impact he had on those who knew him. Tribute to James Lahane, 1977-2018. Jamie's legacy lives on, through his work in Grange Hill and other performances that continue to be cherished by audiences today. Joan Lucille Keeney was born on November 6, 1967, in Trenton, Nebraska, USA. She lived a full life of 47 years marked by love for family and community. Joan married her husband, James Keeney, and together they built a loving home, raising 5 children and later watching their family grow with grandchildren and great-grandchildren. She was known for her strength, resilience, and warm presence, touching many lives with her kindness and caring spirit. On June 3, 2010, Joan passed away peacefully at her home in McCook, Nebraska at the age of 47, surrounded by her loving family. Her legacy lives on through the memories of those she loved and the life she built. A testament to family, joy, and community. Services to honor Joan's life were held at Trenton Cemetery, celebrating a long and cherished life well lived. He began acting at age 11 with TV roles in shows like The Bill and After You've Gone, and appeared in films as an extra before landing his breakthrough role as Marcus Belby in Harry Potter and The Half-Blood Prince. Knox had just finished filming his scenes for the movie and was signed to return for Deathly, Hallows when tragedy struck. On May 24, 2008, aged just 18, Rob was stabbed to death outside the Metro Bar in Sidcup, southeast London. He had stepped in to protect his younger brother Jamie from a man armed with knives. The attacker, Carl Bishop, was later convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison, with a minimum of 20 years before parole eligibility. In his memory, the Rob Knox Foundation and Film Festival were created to support young creatives and raise awareness about the impact of knife crime. Archie Bjorn Lyndhurst was born on 4 October 2000 in Westminster, Greater London, England, the only child of actor Nicholas Lyndhurst and Lucy Smith. He trained in acting from a young age at the Sylvia Young Theatre School and began working on TV, appearing in shows like Bad Education and Casualty before landing his best-known role. Archie starred as Oliver Ollie, Colton in the hit CBBC sitcom So Awkward from 2015 to 2020, winning fans with his charm and talent. He also voiced characters in video games and was loved by co-stars and friends, including comedian Jack Whitehall for his kindness and creativity. Tragically, on 22 September 2020, Archie died suddenly in his sleep at age 9 from a brain hemorrhage caused by a rare form of leukemia, acute lymphoblastic lymphoma, a condition that showed no prior symptoms. His passing shocked fans and colleagues worldwide. Archie's work lives on through his performances and the love of family and friends who continue to honor his memory. William Edward Rush was born on 6 July 1994 in Bury, Greater Manchester, England, son of Coronation Street actress Debbie Rush and actor Andrew Rush. He began acting as a child, with early roles in TV shows like Grange Hill and Shameless, before landing his breakout part as Josh Stevenson on the BBC school drama Waterloo. Road from 2009 to 2013. Rush appeared in 168 episodes of Waterloo Road, becoming a familiar face to audiences. He also took his shot at music, competing on The X Factor in 2016 and reaching the 6-chair challenge. Beyond acting, he was also a singer-songwriter and beloved by fans and colleagues for his warmth and dedication to his craft. Tragically, William Rush died on 17 December 2025 at age 31, as announced by his mother on Instagram. The cause of his death has not been publicly disclosed. In his final act of kindness, Rush was an organ donor, giving hope and life to other families and leaving a lasting legacy of generosity alongside his memorable performances. Charlotte Ninon Coleman was born on April 3, 1968 in London, England. She came from a theatrical family. Her mother was actress Anne Beach, and her father was TV producer Francis Coleman. She started acting as a child, appearing in Wurzel Gummidge and later won acclaim for her role in the BBC drama Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, earning a BAFTA nomination. Charlotte became known worldwide for her unforgettable performance as Scarlett, the kooky flatmate in Four Weddings and a Funeral, 1994, which earned her another BAFTA nomination and made her a beloved figure in British film. Behind the scenes, her life wasn't easy. She faced personal loss, periods of depression, and battled eating disorders after the death of a close partner in her youth. Tragically, on November 14, 2001, at just 33 years old, Charlotte died from a severe asthma attack in her North London home. Her mother found her after failing to reach her by phone. She had suffered from asthma for years, but never such a fatal attack. Her sudden death shocked fans and colleagues around the world. Charlotte is remembered for her vibrant talent, quirky roles, and the charm she brought to every character she played. Simon Gibbs Kent was an English actor. Born Simon Trevor Kent on 25 October 1958 in Kensington, London, England, he came from a show business family and began performing at a young age, making his BBC television debut in 1971 and then appearing on the West End stage a year later. Simon became known for his work as a juvenile actor in the 1970s and early 1980s, starring in series like The Tomorrow People, Doctor Who, and adaptations of Great Expectations and Lost Hearts. He often portrayed youthful royalty and nobility on screen, earning praise for his versatility and presence across television, film, and theater. Tragically, Simon died young, on 16 September 1987, at just 28 years old in his London flat. A coroner ruled his death as misadventure caused by morphine poisoning. His memorial service was held at Golders Green Crematorium, and his ashes were later scattered there. Simon is remembered for his remarkable talent as a child and young adult actor in British entertainment. Keith Chegwin, affectionately known as Cheggers, was born on 17th January 1957 in Walton, Liverpool, England, and became one of Britain's best-loved TV presenters. He began his entertainment career as a child actor in the late 1960s and moved into TV presenting in the 1970s, where he became famous hosting shows like Multicolored Swap Shop, Cheggers Plays Pop, and Saturday Superstore. Chegwin was known for his charismatic and spontaneous broadcasting style. He also appeared on The Big Breakfast, It's a Knockout, and in reality TV later in life, including Celebrity Big Brother and Celebrity MasterChef. His career wasn't without challenges. He openly battled alcoholism in the 1990s, but recovered and continued to work across TV and pantomime, earning love from audiences of all ages. On 11th December 2017, Keith Chegwin died at age 60 after a long struggle with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, a chronic lung disease that made it hard to breathe. He passed away peacefully at home with his family by his side. Chegwin left behind a legacy as one of Britain's most cherished TV entertainers, a lively personality who brought joy and laughter to generations.